Hey friends. Hi Hope. Hi Linda. How are you guys doing? Linda, I have to take my 92-year-old mom to a doctor's appointment. Oh, well, hopefully you can join us for a few minutes. I don't think it's going to be a very big crowd here today, but I just wanted to hop on and see how everybody's week was going, check in with you. I have some questions that I am going to answer. We just recently got a new espresso machine, so I made myself a cappuccino, which I actually don't need. I think I'm going to be wired and I'm going to have to pee, like at least, halfway through this. We'll see. But anyways, Hope is taking some pictures right now. She's been on a roll lately, organizing her basement. And yeah, how far are you? How far is your ride, Linda, to the doctors? Hey, Claudia, how are you? European friendly. Yeah, look at that. I decided that I think I don't know. I think it will obviously probably be a smaller group, but I thought that it might be fun to just do more of like a list with me time, where people are kind of working. I'm channeling all of my old Clubhouse vibes. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hi, Heidi. Long time no chat. Hey, Lori, working and watching. Hi, Novella. Thanks for being here. That's the idea. I'm really hoping that people can get some stuff done and we can catch up a little bit. I would like to do more lives on Lori's Boston Found, but I don't know why I don't. I haven't. They're just not fun if Hope's not around. So she livens the party. All right. Well, I hope your ride isn't too long, Linda. Thank you, Claudia. I'm very excited about my new channel. I have like first day jitters a little bit. I've been excited to start sharing more lifestyle here. And my first video was really fun. I've been working on my next one already. Hi, Raquel. Hey, Keegan. Hi. Hi, Marlene and Angela. Oh, I just posted Lulu in my Instagram story just now to say that I was hopping because she is like sacked out on the chair across the way. I have like a little heater in this room where my office is located. My office and my son Anthony's bedroom is like the furthest away from the heat. So it's always like cold in the winter and hot in the summer. So I stole Anthony's little space heater with like the faux wooden logs and I brought it into my office. So Lulu loves it in here because it's really warm. I can grab her midway through. She'll come over and say hi. Hi, Lori, watch your videos. I never comment. Oh, you're in New Hampshire. Hi, Marlene. Welcome. Happy that you're here. I know Lulu could have her own channel. I've talked about this quite a few times. I don't know, like in a live setting, but if you guys have ever watched my lives and Lulu like kind of has her head just like she'll hop up to the table, sit in a chair like she's human and just lay her head down. Hey, Spin Travel, how are you? I have always envisioned doing greeting cards with Lulu, like putting, a birthday cake next to her when her head is down, or a coffee mug, a bottle of wine. I have all these props that I want to put next to Lulu when she's like sitting at the table and do like greeting cards, like birthday cards, celebration, coffee time. I think they would be such a cute series. So I have a really good friend who does all my kids' senior portraits that I'm going to see if she can come over and photograph Lulu. Do you guys know before I started reselling, I started a blog called Tata for Now. And Lulu had her own section there. And at the time I was restoring furniture and I was really into Annie Sloan chalk paint. And I did my entire dining room set, 8 chairs and a table. It was a moment, but I was really into it. And so I had this segment in my blog about Lulu, and all the way back then I wanted to do those greeting cards, and now she's getting older. I need to do it before she gets too old. Hey, Lisette, welcome. How are you? I've never caught you live. Well, I hope that this time works for everybody. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your work day to be here. Gloomy day in North Carolina. Thanks for brightening my day. Hey, Lorraine. Thanks for brightening my day. I'm happy you're here. I love to see some local folks here from Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Super exciting. You can drop in the comments and let me know where you're tuning in from. I know where most of you are tuning in from. So anyways, I did ask you guys some questions on Instagram. So unless somebody has some questions they want to talk about right now, we could kind of jump into those questions. Hey, Narragansett. Oh, I didn't know that's where you were specifically, Kathy. Oh, that's awesome. Charleston. Oh, I love Charleston so much. I wanted my daughter to go to that school so bad. It is beautiful. Texas. Hi, Janet. How are you? We are actually having an unusually beautiful day here. It's about 50, 52 degrees out, and that's pretty warm for this neck of the woods, which is very exciting. I've been inside all day, but it's really beautiful. Vegas, awesome. Oh, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Hi, Janie. How are you? Tommy, you're the sweetest. Tommy's checking in from Delaware for middle age therapy. If you guys didn't catch Hope's live with Keegan, the teen reseller, the other night, Keegan Keegan made the mistake of calling Hope a middle-aged mom. And she wouldn't let him live it down for the rest of the live. It was so funny. And Tommy was in that chat. So yeah, lots of middle-aged jokes here. I mean, I'm Hope. I feel, gosh, Hope's still a baby. She's 36. I'm 48, from Massachusetts, live in Arizona, where it's cold and rainy for once. Oh, wow. Southeast Mass. Loved your trip to, I know, I need to get back to the Cape. Yes, that Divine Consignment store in Lakeville is great. That woman is great. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Lori. Shaylin from Michigan. Michelle. Oh my gosh. Welcome, everybody. Portland, Oregon. This is cool. We have people from all over the country here. All right. Does anybody have a question before I kind of, I can talk a little bit about time with Tata, and then we can kind of switch gears and go into questions. Of course, in true Lori style, I did not prepare much for this live, but I will say that it really took me a long time to make the jump and start the second channel. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I had tested a few things on Lori's Boston Found, mainly mainly planner content and luxury handbag stuff. And I don't know. It's just a specific thing for people. I think both of those niches are so specific. I never tried anything out with Weight Watchers on my regular channel, and that seems to be getting so much positive feedback from people. People in the comments have been great. I think what it is not everybody plans, not everybody likes handbags, but I think most people have been on some sort of a health journey in their life. So I did not plan the start of my new channel at all to coincide with Weight Watchers, because I've technically been paying for Weight Watchers for about 1.5 years now and gaining weight by the month. But it just so happened my mom went back. My mom was on this pretty regimented program for years. My mom has probably since she was like an adult, she has probably lost 75 pounds. She lost like 40 or 50 on Weight Watchers, and then she lost like another 30 with the fast metabolism diet. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that diet. We call it the Catholic diet because you feel guilty for eating anything on that diet. It's like carbs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 0 carbs, 0 fat, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is carbs, healthy fat. That's your party on the weekend. But anyways, my mom finally went back to Weight Watchers because she's been struggling with this other program. And I keep telling her, Mom, you're like 74, 73. And this is a pretty strict program. It's called it's the fast metabolism diet, but it's meant to be done almost like Whole30, like in 30-day intervals. And she was on it for so long, I think her body was just tapped out. So she went back to Weight Watchers and asked if I would join her. And it just happened to coincide with the start of my new channel. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe weigh in every week and do like a little segment at some point. What's unfortunate is I was thinking about doing lunch with Lori. Does anybody follow Blake? Do you guys remember when Blake was on Weight Watchers and he used to do lunch? I used to love watching those. They were midday and he would have his little lunch. So I'm kind of inspired by that. I'm so bad about the comments once I start chatting. You guys are so good about chatting together. Sell, spin, travel. I did keto a few months last year, lost 30 pounds, gained it back. I think the hard part about all that stuff, as far as keto goes, and Hope, I know Hope is working right now and taking pictures, but she's like the keto police. She was not crazy about it when I was on the keto diet. But I do think keto definitely gets results. I think with most of the programs, even like with what my mom is dealing with, it's when you decide to get off that train, what happens. And I really feel like when I look at all the programs, and I've looked at a lot, I do feel like WW or Weight Watchers is more of a lifestyle. And a lot of people pointed that out in my first video because I kept calling it a diet. Because I guess I'm not quite there yet as far as it being a lifestyle, because just last week I was putting down 3 slices of pizza. So it's not really a lifestyle yet, but I hope that it will be. But anyways, I do think that whether you sway towards low carbs, or if you're more like Hope and my friend Courtney just did the Whole30, which was extremely clean eating, or if whatever, if you're gluten free, if you have specific nutritional needs, or want to go in a certain camp, I feel like you can take any of those and apply it to WW and work it in with your points and somehow make it work for you. So Lorraine, 4 years on keto with great success. I mean, when I like go down the YouTube rabbit hole of keto and I watch results like before and after, I feel like keto gets the fastest results. So I know Hope is taking pictures, but Hope, if you want to weigh in a little bit about like what worries you about keto, I would be interested to hear that. So anyways, but my husband did keto with me, and he was, gosh, he loses weight if he does anything. He loses so much weight so fast, and he has to like stop because otherwise he'll like keep on losing. But yeah, Weight Watchers, I haven't really done it seriously for a while. And for me, I think the social accountability, like going in and weighing in, really does something for me. Right before I got pregnant with Rocco, I posted that picture of right before I got pregnant. I had lost like 27 pounds. I was going for 30 by 30. That was like my big thing. I wanted to lose 30 pounds by 30. And I ended up losing 27 and getting pregnant and then having Rocco. So I was really feeling good though. I was like in the mid 140s and I felt really good. I mean, God, to be that weight right now, I would be beside myself. Hey, Tracy, how are you? You guys, Tracy and Tommy, I stopped in on your live last night and I didn't comment, but I feel like I'm due for a good Tommy and Tracy night. I don't know if anybody here in the chat follows the Tommy Bernard podcast. Tommy's here in the comments, and Tommy and Tracy are a team and they are great. They're super down to earth. They're funny. And you should check them out. How often do you guys go live, Tommy and Tracy? You guys are like a couple times a week, and they do marathon lives. They're great to keep you company, and they have a lot of eBay sellers on their channel. So for me, it's really fun to see some other resellers who I don't see all the time. Okay, Racks to Riches weighed in. Keto, not healthy nor sustainable. As a nurse, I can't tell you how many patients I've had with bowel obstructions, adhesions, etc. Low carb, fine. Keto is a no. I do think there's like clean keto and dirty keto, and I am no expert at all. But I remember when I was doing keto, like I think the people who are successful on a keto type diet aren't the ones eating like bacon and cheese every day. I think they're incorporating a lot of green leafy vegetables, and they're not going crazy overboard. But yeah, I found that once I got off, I gained it back so freaking fast. I don't think that the pandemic has helped, but I'm like the queen of excuses, so I'm not going to go down that route. Claudia, I'm newly vegan after many years of vegetarian diet, free from animal products. Made miracles to me. Ooh, that sounds so nice. Cheese destroys me. Tracy, I'm dirty keto. I'm dirty too. I was always dirty keto. I loved it. When Hope and Courtney were doing the Whole30, I always come in and out and like try things in little drips and drab and never really commit to it. But one of the things I did do for like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days was no dairy. And I have never in my 48 years done no dairy. And I really, you know what it did for me that was surprising? I feel like it did to me what gluten has done to me for a while, which was the cheese and the dairy kind of just made me kind of brain foggy. And when I didn't have it, I was pretty alert, but it didn't last too long. Although I haven't gone back hardcore to it. What's the wine, bread, and cheese diet called? That's the heaven diet. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So I like just mentioning a health journey is like I think it sparks a lot, and I can see by the comments that it's definitely an area where I think we could have some really fun conversations, and I think that's why the lives will be nice because I say this all the time about myself and my YouTube channel. I learn just as much from the people who watch my videos as they might learn from me. And sometimes it feels weird to be considered at all in authority on a subject because I know that there are so many people who don't have a social media account who just would kick my ass on a reselling, in the reselling space, and volume wise, they're doing so much more. So I love the idea of doing lives so that people can get in the chat and kind of share some ideas because I just think there's a lot of value in that. And my husband calls me a hopeless collaborator because no matter what, if Jay is just the opposite. He doesn't even take 10 seconds to make a decision. He makes decisions so quickly without looking anywhere, asking anywhere. My son Anthony and I, we'll ask 30 people before we make a decisions, and my good friends will attest to this. And actually, this channel was a really good example of me at like waiting and just weighing so many options and asking so many people for their opinion, and then finally like making the decision to start it. Wait a second. Heidi just gave advice and I love to pause. She's like EF Hutton. I like to pause when she says something. My best advice as an old lady is if you can get your health weight before 50 and or menopause, do it. It gets harder after that. All right. Well, I have a year and 2 months. It's never been easy for me. So I'm like dreading turning 50. But cutting carbs, most definitely for me, makes a world of difference. So this week, I want to talk a little bit about what's been working for me this week on Weight Watchers. According to my scale at home, it looks like I've lost like maybe 2 or 3 pounds, which is not that wonderful for your first week. But one of the things that I've been doing every day is like filling my blender to the top with kale, and then doing like 2 cups of blueberries and a banana, which I know is a lot of fruit, but it lasts me a while. And fruit is free, 0 points on Weight Watchers, but it has calories. So you can't go crazy. But I do that, and I squeeze some lemon in there. And I actually do a can of seltzer. When my mom was on her weird diet, she used to have this fat burning like smoothie, which was frozen mango and seltzer and lemon. And excuse me, I loved it so much. So now when I make my smoothies, I put seltzer in there, like whatever, lime, lemon flavored or whatever. So I do this entire blender full of like green, it's kale and fruit and fruit and seltzer water. And then I'll add a little bit of water and a little bit of ice as needed. And it fills me up so much, and it gets my veggies in, and I've been loving it. So after I have coffee and water in the morning, I have that around 11, or not even, sometimes even earlier. And then come lunchtime, I've only had like 1 or 2 points, and it's been with my almond milk. And I am able to kind of go into the afternoon because I tend to eat a lot more. My hardest time of the day is not night. It used to be, or it kind of still is, when Rocco gets home from school and he pulls out like the Doritos and the whatever, the pastry or whatever comes out. He wants me to make him nachos or heat up some pizza or leftovers. And that, I feel like I would consume so many calories from like 3 to 6 before I would even eat lunch. So I'm trying to like get ahead of being hungry by having this huge smoothie, and it seems to be working okay. Blueberry, kale, and banana smoothies are my fave. Frozen but blueberries, that's what I'm using. Oat milk and vanilla, best breakfast. Oh, wow, you're doing the oat milk and vanilla too. Oh, that sounds so good. I haven't added any like milk, like almond, oat milk, any of that yet. because I guess I'm just saving the points because I have like a cappuccino right now, and this is what I save my almond milk for. So I love oat milk, but honestly, oat milk has a lot of points from Weight Watchers standpoint. So I even pointed this morning because my husband uses 2% milk in his lattes. So when we do the when we have the espresso machine and it goes to take the milk out, Jay keeps like a separate container. And I'm like, well, this is kind of annoying. Maybe I should just have milk. And I pointed milk, and it was 5 points for a cup of milk. And it's only 1 point for 8 ounces of the almond milk, the unflavored plain almond milk. So I've been sticking to almond milk. Linda, let's do a live spin class. Are you talking about Peloton? I laugh at Peloton because I have so many friends who are like, oh, I'm so competitive and I try to be in the top percentage of this or that. I'm like, when I do a Peloton and there's so say I don't really do the lives very often, but when I do a workout and it's always pre-recorded. So you can sort by who's here now, or you can sort by who's ever taken the class. So if you do who's here now, you might have like 20 people, if that. Sometimes depends on the popularity of the class you're taking. But if you do like the whole history of whoever has been in that class, it can be like 1,000 people. And my goal is to always not be 900 or less because I'm so bad. But I'm like, I wish I was more competitive. If I was a more competitive person, I would be way more successful in diet and exercise. Oh, wait a second. If y'all need a live spin class, I need friends. Are you guys all talking to, Kaiser spin bike? Oh, I don't know how we do that then, if it's not Peloton. So many people become like friend request me, or we become friends on Peloton. I'm like, they're going to be so disappointed with my activity. But I love, you can high five people on Peloton. Every time I'm on the Peloton, I'm like, this is awesome. Why don't I do this more often? And then a month later, I think the same thing. Anyways, yeah, I do really love the Peloton. Again, I think it's that group dynamic. I think it works for me. So like when I'm in there, I've had the most success on Peloton when I have friends who say, get your ass on the Peloton. I am working out at 6:00. And I'm like, oh, I can't let my friend down. So then I hop on. So yeah, I'm like somebody who needs a buddy and then some. All right. I'm going to answer a question in the order that I got them. And I haven't prepared answers for these. Actually, not in the order that I got them, in the order that I wrote them down in my notebook. So Heidi asked, which performance numbers do you monitor most closely, Poshmark or YouTube? She always gets those questions. She always asks those thought-provoking questions. Keegan said, go ride the Peloton after this live. Maybe, Keegan, maybe. Okay, so I am probably guilty of checking my YouTube analytics much more than Poshmark, for sure. Well, because I feel like Poshmark is easier to gauge. Like if I make 5 sales in a day, I can, I'll check to see, because I like to do like at least $150 in sales every day, which I don't know, maybe that's a lot, maybe that's a little to you, depending on where you are. It's not crazy, but if I think I figured if I did 150 a day, every day, that was like 50 grand a year. Is that right? I don't even remember what the number was. No, I think at one part in the year I did the math. So I don't know if that was for the entire year, but last year I was trying to hit a goal. And so I did the math. But YouTube is different because I don't know. YouTube is something that I can take personally sometimes, like not to a unhealthy level. But with YouTube, you're kind of always trying to gauge, like, did people enjoy this? Are people responding to this? Is this content that I should keep on creating? That would be just in sales spin travel. So gross, right? Gross. So I probably check my YouTube stats more, but it's funny because now that I started the second channel, it's a lot to process. So I've actually gotten better about checking since I started the new channel. At first, I was really focused on the new channel for a couple days, but there's no pressure over here. I'm not monetized. It's not competing with what my wheelhouse is over on Lori's Boston Found. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be just like a chill environment. And also, I should say that one of the reasons that I don't have super high goals for Poshmark is because that's just Poshmark sales. That doesn't take into account eBay sales or things like that, which are a fraction of my Poshmark sales. But I would say that as time goes on, I think I'm becoming more like 50% YouTube, 50% Poshmark. I mean, not from a salary standpoint, but from a time standpoint. Poshmark is still what generates the most revenue for me. But this year, YouTube was much more significant than last year. So yeah, so that is that. I'm trying to get better about not checking out the analytics quite so much. Okay, Daniela at the Posh Lily asks, would you ever do another Thriftless month? This is a really good question. I'm torn on that because on one hand, I always have these lofty lists. And honestly, starting a new YouTube channel was not my goal at the beginning of February, yet here we are. So sometimes you have these plans or a direction that you want to go into, and then life takes you in another direction. So I thought that I was really going to maybe do like more like daily vlog style videos on Lori's Boston Found during this month and do a lot more with organization and showing you the process. And then I decided to do this. And I think what happens is I've just kind of hunkered down on certain days. And so instead of spending the time filming, I've been spending the time working. But Thriftless February is so good for me. So good. I really feel like it's the only time of the year that I take a step back from all the hoopla and allow myself to really assess what's going on. It's not a strong suit for me. I am naturally disorganized. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. And there are certain things that I have to get done every day that are non-negotiables. Like I have to do shipping. I have to list. I mean, I have to have average time listing. I don't necessarily list every single day, but pretty close to every day. And if I don't do it on one day, I have to make up for it on the next day. But anyways, I have to ship, I have to list, and I'm either editing or, filming on mostly every day. And I have to thrift. So those things take up a lot of time. They take up more and more time as my business grows, every part of it. And so it doesn't really leave a lot of time to organize or to count my inventory, organize my inventory, look at my analytics on Poshmark and see like where my strengths are, weaknesses, get to know a new platform. Like it just doesn't leave me enough time to do that. And thrifting, that's a day. Even if I go to Savers, which is 15 minutes from my house, not even, that's the closest thrift store to me. Even if I go there, it's a few hours on a, let's say 2 hours there and a half hour of travel time. That's 2.5 hours. Then you come home and you process it and it adds to the piles and the clutter and the time. So when you take thrifting off the table and you're just home for 12 hours in a day, you can really get a lot accomplished, which is what happens. So the answer is I probably wouldn't, because what happens is I feel like my content slips a little on YouTube. Like my numbers in the month of February on YouTube aren't as strong as when I go to the bins in the pit and I have people like to watch hauls. I like to watch hauls. I love the hunt and I love to watch what people find. And so I find that throughout the month, I just like crave those sourcing trips. What I could do is do a little less thrifting, or when I do go thrifting, just get less, process less, like, the haul that I just did that I put out last night, where I found some really fun vintage pieces. I bought 16 items that day. That wasn't a lot. I made 3 different stops, twice to the same place. I left and came back, but 16 items isn't a lot. I can spend a day out and come home with 40 pieces easily. And that puts me so much further behind the 8 ball. I want to catch up on questions over here. With boldness and joy, happy to catch you live. Oh, help me over the past years. Thanks, Lori. Oh, you're Lori too. Oh, thanks, Lori. Oh, you're Summer. Sorry. Hi, Summer. Thanks for being here. Yes, Claudia, I really want this to be a channel where I connect with people, because I also am terrible at getting back to my DMs. I think I have 40 DMs that I need to respond to. I have a letter from somebody. This is an email letter that somebody sent me, and it was so beautiful. And I feel like I need to spend a lot of time responding to this person. And because I don't want to write a, oh, thanks for your letter type of response, I wait. I printed it out so I don't lose it, because I've lost emails in the past. And now it's going on a week that I haven't replied to this letter. And like, those are the things that I feel like I can't get to. And so if I have a live chat where we can talk, I feel like people might be able to get their questions answered either by me or other people in the chat. So that's kind of my hope for lives. Okay, I see some chatter about Depop. I'm doing Thriftless February unintentionally. Well, that's good, Julie. I hope you're getting a lot accomplished. And you added Depop. I'm so tempted. See, now for me, I feel like adding another platform is a way that I can scale my business without adding a lot of stress to my plate. Like more inventory, or like an extra video, or a new channel. So I don't know what sells on Depop because I just started, but what I'm putting on Depop is vintage pieces, as well as like, well, Y2K is now vintage, which blows my mind. But yeah, I'll show you my Depop. And so I sourced yesterday. I have a fun video coming out either tomorrow or Friday calling, and it's my, when I do the ship and shop, and I do my shipping in the morning and I pull sales and then I go thrifting. I went to a local place that's only open 3 days a week for limited hours. And I went just to source for Depop. And so it was really fun to go there with Depop in mind, because I totally shopped for style over brand, and it was so strange for me. And it was kind of an experiment. I was going for really low cost of goods, and I was trying to just, practice. It's like being new to reselling and you go to the thrift store and you're not sure what to buy. You don't want your cost of goods to be high in case you make a lot of mistakes. So I really went for low cost of goods. It turned out my cost of goods on the day was $3 on average. I think it was $3. I got 15 items and I spent $45. And a few of them weren't for Depop, but like 10 or 11 of them were. And it was really interesting to source that way. So I don't know if you guys can see. This isn't. There we go. These are some of the items that I have on Depop. Like the ski suit I sourced yesterday. It's vintage. The little checkerboard piece in the center, that's like an eyelash sweater. That's Forever 21, which I would never pick up, like a basic sweater like this, if I were shopping, for my Poshmark closet. But that looked cute and trendy. And then the little floral vintage sweater over here, they were all like $2 or $3. So we'll see. I love the aesthetic of this. Is what it looks like on Depop. It's so clean. But what I don't think you can send offers. Talk about just like jumping in without paying attention. Oh, Lisette, thank you, honey. That was very sweet of you. Do you know how price sensitive Depop buyers are? I have no idea, Heidi. In fact, I listed so that the sweater that I got while I was thrifting, this one, which was the vintage Salzburg Lawns sweater, the popcorn sweater. I had no idea that was like a thing right now. I found it in the kids section and I picked it up. I actually had it priced at $199. I got 20 likes on it in like a matter of like 4 days. And I didn't send offers because I hadn't released my video yet. And I always get so much information when I put a video out. So I had it at $199, 20 likes on it in like 4 or 5 days, which for a vintage piece is something, to me at least. My vintage usually doesn't get that much attention. Somebody who I really respect in the vintage space messaged me and she said, change that price right now. And she sent me basically the comps that I showed on the screen during my video, which were these sweaters that went for like $266, $249. So she's like, price, you should have it at least at $299, maybe $349. So I priced it at $299 and I'm like, oh, and I have that on Depop and I'm like, these kids must be laughing at me, but it's my most liked item right now on Depop. So I don't know that they'll buy it for that price. And obviously I would take offers, but I usually just test the waters and get obnoxious with my listings sometimes if it's getting that much attention, Should follow Etsy quarters company reports. Oh, that's a good idea. I've never sold on Etsy. That's a platform I have not been on. I have how to do no sourcing. See, I'm one in your DMs. I'm so sorry. I feel awful if I don't get to the DMs sometimes. I really try. I really try. Um, a buyer can okay, so this is for Depop. A buyer can message you asking if you take a certain price, and then you just lower the price. I didn't know there was a new offer feature. Okay, I did read that. I Googled it because I'm like, can I send offers over here? Oh, it's owned by Etsy. Oh, interesting, Claudia. I didn't know that. See, I love these lives. Okay, so you can't send offers, but somebody can message you and then you can lower the price. I better turn on notifications for Depop because I keep checking over there and I'm seeing what's getting likes on it, but you don't share or anything like that. So I think it's like a set it and forget it platform, but I have no idea. See, again, I don't really do a ton of research. If I'm excited about something, I'll jump in, which is what I did with Amazon, which I do not recommend. Amazon was crazy for me. Although I made 3 sales. I haven't sent anything to Amazon since December, and I just reduced my membership from, what was it? So it started at, I did the $40 a month for unlimited listings, and we just this weekend, that was on my list of things to do in the month of February, change my membership to the $1 per item sent in. So that way, if I send up to 40 items in a month to Amazon, I will be spending just as much, less than what I spent on my month to month. I'm not making sense. It's $1 per item, which I haven't sent them anything since December. So sellers can accept or decline, not able yet to counter. Excuse me. Thank you. Tracy, I am on Poshmark, eBay, and I'm technically on Mercari, but I haven't been listing over there, and now Depop. That's it. I'm not everywhere. And for a while, also my website is down on Shopify. I don't know what is going on over there. I've been back and forth with them, but I did list things over on Shopify as well. And now Vendu is in beta for Shopify, so it's really horrible timing for my website to be down because I really want to be cross posting over there. I'm playing the Who Will Buy Poshmark game now. Oh gosh. Late to the party. Hi, how are you? No, we're good. We're just in the thick of it now. Have we really been talking for 37 minutes? That's crazy. I've done one question. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comments if this time is okay with you. So my husband just started going back to work on Wednesdays, and he's been home, this whole time. So I decided that Wednesday might be a really good day for me to like film any like vlog style stuff while he's not home, because he was in my last video when he got the birds out of my bedroom, which was so hysterical. Like that happened the day I was filming that video in my grocery haul. And I came home with groceries and Jay had unplugged the refrigerator because things were freezing in the fridge. I'm like, this is not happening. We have a bird in the house and I'm doing a grocery haul for the first time, my first real video on my new channel besides my intro video. And my house was like literally falling apart around me. But Jay was fun in the video, and he is like, for as social as I am, my husband is so low key, like ridiculously low key. When we were a young couple, we lived in Hartford, Connecticut for a short time, and we were volunteers. Using Vendu. My friend Ryan is texting me right now. I can't answer you, Ryan. But he's talking about Depop. Is he somewhere in this chat? I don't think so. So my husband and I volunteered at Literacy Volunteers of America. I think that was the name of the organization when we lived in Connecticut. So I got married right out of college, a month after I graduated from college. So we were like that was our first apartment. So I was like 21, 22 years old, and we were volunteers. I remember the woman who was assigned to me, her name was Winklet Hooks. And there were, adults who couldn't read. And I was a teacher, and my husband was looking for some volunteer work. So I don't know, we loved it. So we drove and we were partnered up. When we got there, after meeting us and a couple meetings, like before we started working with the students, they told me that I could not be partners with my husband because he was quiet around me and that I talk too much. I don't, I was so offended. They're like, no, I just think that Jay is going to do much better on his own without you. Like, I think that if it's the two of you together, you talk a lot and he tends to be quiet. And I felt so bad. I really took offense to that. But anyways, so Jay is super low key. I've begged him 1,000 times to come on and talk about taxes, but now I feel like so many other resellers on YouTube are talking about taxes that it took the weight off of me, because that's, first of all, you never want me to say anything about taxes. And Jay's like, I think there's just too much red tape for Jay, for the company he works for. I don't know. He's a partner for one of the firms in Boston, and I don't think he can. And I don't think he wants to. So I think he uses that as an excuse as to why to not come on. But anyways, he was really fun in the video. So I would love to get him on here more often. Rocco's pretty good about coming on. Social butterfly, Lisette, I can see that. Well, it takes two, right? We're a good combo. All right. Next question. If I've missed anybody's questions, just ask them again for me, and then I will be happy to answer them. Keegan asked, what is your favorite food? Does coffee count? Does coffee count? What is my favorite? I don't even know. Actually, I don't know. I'm never good at favorite questions or like, what was your best flip? I'm terrible. I love pizza, which I shouldn't. Jay and George should do a live living with resellers. What do you think? Oh my God. Hope, are you listening? They would be funny. You know, Jay and George are both poker players. Jay did a charity event here in Massachusetts, and it was like a Texas Hold'em event, and he ended up winning the entire tournament. But in the state of Massachusetts, if you like represent a company, you can't get the money. You can't win. But Jay's name is like on some plaque. He's a really, really good poker player. But George actually, like, I think he like does it. Like they would have fun. And George raps. He sings music too. He would always be fun. Yeah, coffee always counts, Tracy. Like, if I had to pick something I couldn't live without, it would be coffee. But yeah, I don't know. I like all sorts of food. That's my problem, Keegan. I don't have any one favorite. Chicken piccata. Like, when we go out to dinner, I love chicken piccata. That's going to get my vote today. Chicken piccata, with lots of lemon and capers and fresh Parmesan. Oh, so good. Yes, that's what I love. Okay, next question from Maddie. This was a good question. How, she was asking about setting a schedule from home. Maddie lives in Rhode Island. She's local. And she asked if I have a set schedule or if I usually go with the flow. So you guys probably know what I'm going to say. My personality is definitely to go with the flow, definitely. But again, as I have added things to my plate, I have had no choice but to use my little planners and get my act together and have more of a schedule. But even with that, I feel like my schedule is pretty loose. What ends up happening is I usually have a video go out either on a Sunday or a Monday. So I either spend Sunday filming, and then I will edit most of Monday morning and post Monday, like at 5 o'clock or whenever. Or I film earlier in the week and then I edit on Sundays and post. And then Monday mornings are usually pretty busy with shipping. And I just feel like Mondays, like whenever people want to do something with me on a Monday, I'm like, ooh, Monday mornings are tough for me because I'm kind of recouping from the weekend. Got to get like back in the saddle for work. I'm usually posting a video, or I just posted a video and I'm recovering. Or yeah, so it's kind of busy. So Mondays have kind of become a filming, editing, and shipping day for me. And now, like just this, I had started to say, since Jay went back to work, I totally went off on a tangent, never finished this thought. But now that Jay is back in Boston, I think I'm going to do, film for my vlog on Wednesdays, because it annoys him when I'm filming in the kitchen and filming in our bedroom. He's like, oh my God, you're everywhere. Like it's easier for him when I'm in my office, and I don't have Rocco home. So it'll just be easier to do some of the lifestyle stuff at home on Wednesday. So I think I'm going to start saying that Wednesdays are going to be my time with Tata time. So yeah. It's in motion, Maddie. I don't really have a set schedule. Sometimes my schedule also revolves around thrift trips. So, like for example, I'm going to do my third and final thrift event this week at some point, and I have a date, but I don't. I've already set it up with one of my friends, and we are going to a specific spot. So sometimes if I know I'm going to thrift on a certain day, I kind of formulate my week around that. So, yeah, there are certain things, like I said, that have to get done every day. They're non-negotiables. One of the best things I can do. So Lori plays when the accountant's away. Absolutely, Heidi. And he's going to dinner tonight with his friends from college. I have and my son Rocco is on his senior class trip in Costa Rica. So like I have the house to myself from like 7 a.m. until 8:30. I cannot tell you the last time that happened. And I'm not leaving. See, typical Lori, this would be the perfect day if I would just like peace out and I would just thrift. I would eat on the go and I would be gone for like 9 hours. But today, I'm like, nope, stay home, get your stuff done. February's ending. My big goal is because, hi, David, welcome. Happy you're here. Oh, and Nita. I want to wrap things up by February 28th. I want to be able to have like a walkthrough of my organization and kind of do like a reflection video or have that be part of my video, but not even so much for YouTube. For me, I want the stuff put away for me. So this is it. And my assistant, Caitlin, who will be here in 15 minutes, but she already knows that I'm on a live. She's going to go downstairs. I have stuff for her to do, but Caitlin is going on she's doing a different trip for her senior year. And she's going away. And then I think she's like visiting more colleges. I'm not going to have her for 2 weeks. So she gave me an extra day this week. So I just said to her, Caitlin, let's really rally this week. And I'm rallying too, to just get through as much as we can. I have her for 4 days. Today is day 2 of 4 days that I have her, 3 hours each time. And we are just like pushing through. And so I'm like, I will literally go upstairs and I have a corner of my room where I put clothes that I'm not wearing anymore, but they just sit in a corner. So I'm like, okay, we're either donating these or we're listing them. And I'm pulling them up, steaming them, and then I hang them for Caitlin. And she just measures and photographs and puts them into Vendu, and I do everything else. And then she will tote scan for me now. So once things are photographed on my rack, I have a certain section where she'll come in and she'll delint and fold and put things in their little bags and then tote scan, put them away in my inventory. So those are the 2 big things that I'm trying to get done by the end of the week. So I'm trying to be more regimented. And as I get busier, I have to hold true to a schedule. Okay. Next up, I feel like I'm not answering any of these questions very well because I go off on a tangent. How's everybody in the chat doing? How are we doing over here? It is so nice out today. Hi, Penny. People in my house all the time. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I just need quiet time. Oh my gosh. Yes. Actually, the next question, kind of Lisette, is to that. Heather asked me, what do you think about being an empty nester? And honestly, it blows my mind, to be completely honest. Like I can't believe that we are this close. And this is with Rocco being away this week. It's the first week that we're just alone. And it's really strange. It's really, really, really strange for me. And even though Rocco's a senior and he's never around, we're always like, well, when's Rocco going to be home? Even if it's midnight, it's like I wait up for him. Or even if he's gone all day and he doesn't come home for dinner, I'll still prepare dinner because he's like a night dweller. He'll come down and he'll eat whenever. And it's just even knowing he's coming home, even if I only have FaceTime with him for an hour or 2 in a day, it's so strange to not have him here. So I am extremely grateful for what I do, because I was heading down that path of like living for my kids, like at the dance studio all the time with Angelina, running. Like I remember I ran the school auction and I was the room mom and I was so into my kids. And if Angie didn't quit dance and like force me to do something else, I think I would have really struggled with my kids leaving. I love what I do now. So I think I'm going to be okay. It's Jay and I are going to be great. We've been together for almost 27 years, but he's not a TV watcher and I am. So I'm like, let's watch a show. And he's like, nah, He reads, he goes upstairs. He's so much more of an intellectual than I am. I'm like, will you just freaking binge watch a show with me and just sit on the couch? He'll want to come down and he'll talk. And like, I'll talk too. I love talking to Jay, but we've been together 24/7. There's a lot of talking. 60. Oh, it's so warm, Lisette. I can't even believe it. 65. Wow. I need to get outside. 71 in Delaware. These temperatures are crazy. Oh my gosh. And my friend in California, Courtney, has 8 inches of snow. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. Rocco's not decided on his college yet. He is the most low-key child. I have to check his pulse sometimes. My other two were very high stress, very just hard on themselves, very like applied to so many schools, wanted to visit all the schools, really push themselves with grades. And Rocco's like, I'll get in somewhere. I'll have a good. Rocco's like he's like a party. He's so easygoing. So he's gotten into a couple schools and he hasn't decided yet, but he has not applied to Penn State, which, that's where the other two are. So I think he's going to be local, maybe University of Maine. We're not sure yet, but anything that's not 7 hours away, I will be really happy with. So yeah. Are you saying you want a TV date? Heidi, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's a joke from a previous live when Heidi had a TV date with her husband on Valentine's Day. We're like, sure, Heidi, go watch TV, have fun. We'll see you in half an hour. Rocco's a Leo, so he's super cool. Yeah, he really is. So he's traveling. What happened with his school trip is, so initially, Angelina was supposed to go to Italy her senior year. Anthony went to Ireland. Angie's senior trip was to go to Italy. Everything paid for, all set. Angelina graduated in 2020. We all know how that went. So we had a decision that we would either like lose some deposit. It was significant, like a few $100s, or we could roll it into another student. So all of us who had younger children said, well, we'll just give it to the next one in line. So then we rolled it into a trip for Rocco, which Rocco was supposed to go his junior year, which was 2021, also canceled. And then the school said, we're not going to sponsor this trip because of COVID. So if you want to go, you need to find a parent who will go with these kids. Otherwise, we're just canceling the trip. We don't want the liability as a school. So one mother, Janet, bless her soul, said she would do it. And she's really cool. Her son, Will, is good friends with Rocco. So she is there with her older son, who is really into like nature, and he's like an outdoorsy kind of guy. And then it's Rocco, his best buddy, Marcus, and then this kid, Will. Marcus was in the video at the bins. He was the narrator, if anybody saw that. And then one other boy who I didn't know, but the 4 boys are staying in a room, and then there are 8 girls. So all the pictures, it's like the 4 guys and the 8 girls in Costa Rica. But it initially started as like a 60-person trip. So yeah, he's having a good time, I'm sure. Everyone's talking about weather over here. Okay. I don't know if I finished that thought completely, but I'm just going to keep on going here. Okay, Kathy asked, any success at Depop yet? Success in that I started it and I'm listing over there, but no sales yet. And how often do you thrift on a normal week? Like how many days? Lisa asked that. Hi, Lisa. I think Lisa's here in the chat as well. I would say that if it's not the month of February, I used to thrift probably 4 days a week. I think I'm down to like 2 days a week. I don't know if it's the pandemic or what, but I find it's like getting harder and harder to get out the door for me. So I hate to say that thrifting has become work because I love to thrift, obviously, but I think I know I'm always like planning for the next thrift trip. Excuse me. So I think probably 2. 2 is the answer to that. What I like to do is I like to go to like some local stuff, like the local church thrift store that I went to. Some of those trips are easy. I can do like multiples. Like I can stop in there on like an afternoon. The particular thrift store that I'm referring to, they're open on Tuesdays from like 9 to 2, Thursdays from noon to 8, and then every other Saturday. So their schedule is crazy. The lighting's getting funky in here. But whenever I can sneak away to go to that thrift store, I can do that and come home. And that doesn't like take up my day. Savers doesn't take up my day, but the bins are like 45 minutes away. The garment district in Cambridge, which is like one of my favorite places to go, that's about an hour because it's Boston. So those are like big commitment days, you know? But anyways, I don't really live near a lot of thrift stores. Like when I talk to, I mean, I live near Savers, but you can only go to the same thrift store over and over, you know, so many times. I would love to spend more time near Boston, but and even in Boston, actually, I meant to share this girl's story. She was so sweet. She's somebody who messaged me and wanted to interview me, and I took a screenshot of us, and then I never posted it to Instagram. Again, I have like a little ADD going on, but she started a club at her high school, and it's the Sustainable Fashion Club. She was such a love, and she was really into American Girl dolls when she was little, so we chatted for a while on that. But there's a thrift store that I recently went to, and she reached out to me after she saw me there. She's like, I saw you at my thrift store. So anyway, she interviewed me, and we are going to connect in the month of March. And she has a friend, her co-cap, like the person who founded the sustainability club with her, and they go to school in Boston, and they take the bus home, and en route on their way home is this thrift store. So they get off the bus and they thrift, and then I think it's public transportation, and then they get back on the bus and go home, if I understood her correctly. So we're going to meet. So like I have that on my calendar. There's another woman who, Lisette, remember when we were at the bins, the two girls who came up to us, and they had like a Facebook group, like a vintage Facebook group. I can't think of her name right now, but she was really sweet, and she reached out to me. She's like on the board of a thrift store in like Marshfield, and asked if I wanted to go there. And I said, oh, maybe I can feature that in my Thrift Across New England series. So that I have like on my calendar. So I always have like all these trips that I want to check the box and visit these new places or meet people or whatever. So I feel like with thrifting now, it's a lot more orchestrated than it used to be. Than I used to be able to just kind of go and be in my zone, you know? And actually yesterday when I was thrifting, do you guys remember the video I did with when I bought the Rothy's, the most recent video where there was a guy and he was asking about shoes, and the store clerk said, oh, I just put out these shoes. I think they're called Rothy's. And then like a beelined upstairs. I was at that thrift store yesterday, and she's like, you look very familiar. And I said, I've been here before, and I had all these random things for Depop. Laura, yes. Laura, yes, thank you, Lisette. Lisette is so good. I don't know how you keep it all straight, Lisette. It's so impressive. But there were two. I'm wondering if I think Laura's the one that reached out to me. Anyways, the woman recognized me, and she's like, yeah, you called my friend Susie Q. And I said, well, I didn't know her name because I had said something like, well, the woman from the back. And I said, so Susie Q comes out. I don't know how she saw my video. Like they're like a little church thing. And so I don't think they love resellers. And she said to me, well, you know, this is all charity, and we donate, like all of this goes back to like charitable organizations. So I really hope that she was kind of implying, I don't remember her exact words, so I don't want to quote her in case she's watching, but she was very nice. But she said, she basically was saying like, this money goes towards charity. I hope that some of what you do is for charity as well. She's in so many words like implied that. So I just said, well, I would like to think that the amount of money that I spend in these shops is actually giving to the organization. I mean, that I really believe that. If I'm thrifting twice a week and spending about $100, I mean, it's nothing for me to spend $100 in a thrift store. If I'm spending like $200 a week at nonprofits, like obviously Savers not included, but if I'm spending $200 a week, that's $800 that I am actually contributing to all of these organizations. So I kind of won her over, and then I offered to feature her store in Thrift Across New England. So because I was trying to dig myself out of the hole of calling her friend Susie Q. But guilt as philanthropy. Yes, yes. Hi, a thrifty girl's treasure. Thank you for being here. Like when you buy, oh, you like when I do the estate sales stuff? I do too, but I get so overwhelmed by them. Those were two of the things in 2021 that put me over the edge were the two estate sales that I'm still like working on. They were really fun, but they are a lot of work. They are a lot of work. They're fun content. They're a fun journey to follow, but they're a lot. I feel like I want to do small batches for a little bit and see how that goes for me. Lisette is impressive. Let me see what else I had. I think those were all of the questions, but yeah, how often do you guys thrift? Do you thrift? I'm curious. Are you like daily thrifters or, not, no, but Heidi, she's talking about estate sale buyouts. Are you going to be listing any of your American Girl dolls? That was on my list to list 10 American Girl doll items. Oh my gosh, did you guys see my story today? Love Shack Fancy is collaborating with American Girl, and they have all these adorable, cute little dresses coming out. They're launching on March 3rd. The reseller in me wants to like buy it all up, but that's one thing that I'm kind of, because we had so many resellers on American Girl, so many, and we did not love them at all. But there's something about toys that's different. I also felt that way on Amazon. It's one thing if you're getting like a vintage piece and some collector wants to buy it, but when you're like gouging the prices on doll stuff, I have a hard time with that. Not if it's not in production anymore. And some people are just like, I truly, truly believe that some of the real high-priced American Girl stuff, they're not going to kids. They are going to collectors, just like Legos. I think Legos is in the same light. Tuesday and weekend thrifting. I can't list fast enough to thrift the way I want. Yeah, welcome to the club. You're in good company, Maria. Love that you're doing this channel. Oh, thank you, Maria. Oh, come say hi. Do you guys want to meet Caitlin? It's unlocked. Oh, yeah. All right, Caitlin is my girl. We're live, honey.
Okay.
Come say hi. This is Kate. Just hop right here in front.
Hi.
There's my girl. She's the best. So Caitlin is going to graduate with Rocco, and her mom is one of my really good friends.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. So her mom works at a consignment store.
Yes.
And were you just there?
Yeah, that's what it was. I worked till 2.
Oh, good. Good. Well, I'm glad you're here. So I just pulled out those 2 bins, the pant bins, if you want to tote scan those, and then the stuff's hanging. Okay. Did you get my text?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. Thank you, honey. I'll be down soon. Thank you. Love her so much. Love her. Yeah, Caitlin is so diligent, and it's amazing to me. I always check on her. I'm like, are you happy? Do you still want to be here? You keep coming back. But she comes and she always brings her AirPods and she listens to a podcast. She listens to a podcast downstairs and she's just always in the zone. She just like pumps stuff out. I'll have to tell her you're all saying hi. There are subscribers on your other channel waiting for you to go live. I think there was a mix up because they're live on. Uh-oh. That's terrible. Oh no. Oh, well. Oh, I feel so sad that people are over there. I feel so bad. I don't know what to do about that right now. Maybe somebody can, if somebody wants to comment that we're over here. I'm so afraid to do anything because then I feel like I'm going to mess this up. Tommy, I miss thrifting. It's hard to stop, but I can't waste the time anymore. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you guys are the best. I love you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Caitlin is adorable. She's very hardworking. And I keep saying to her, I need to figure out what to do when she graduates. She's looking in schools like far away. She's going to be like a plane right away. And I'm like, do I have you for break, spring break, Christmas? But I definitely need another plan. I need to get another high school student, but she's on the books. So we do like payroll and everything for her. So my concern is because my husband's an accountant, like we have to really be honest about absolutely everything. So I think I need to find another 16-year-old. What I'm trying to say is I would love to get like a freshman in high school who can be with me for like 3 or 4 years, but I don't think they can technically work on the books until they're like 16 or something. I have to look into it. Like all my kids, we live in an area that has a lot of apple farms. So my kids all worked at farms when they were like 14 and 15 at the orchards, but not I don't know if we okay, like 5 of us told them. Oh my gosh, thank you. Keegan said, Lori, I can come photograph for you. We will beam you over here, Keegan. That would be awesome. I have asked her to recruit someone, and the person who she recommended is like 14 or 15. Another one of like my friend's daughters who lives even closer than Caitlin. So I could like actually pick her up and bring her here. Call me crazy, but I love to list. I don't mind listing. I would say that I think the most tedious thing for me is the inventory. It's delinting everything, folding it, getting it into packaging and putting it away. And that's like my bottleneck. And for a while I don't package any of my sweaters. I just like fold them and put them in the bins. And I hang a ton of stuff. I hang all my jackets, and I don't package any of my jeans or any of my leggings because they all look too similar. And I don't have an itemized SKU number on all my stuff. They just go into the bin. So anything that looks too similar, I just learned early on, like, I can't package up 4 black pairs of Lululemon leggings and think I'm going to be able to like differentiate which one they are when I pull them, when they sell. So anyways, I am like feeling bad about that. Nobody's texted me or anything besides you guys. Like no one's DMing me with any issues. So that's probably good. Hop on live. Did I say in my thing that it was on my new channel? Oh well, we'll see. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay. It's like doing laundry for a family of 20. Yes. I fired my daughter twice. Tracy, my kids, love them obviously to death. They just don't want to work for me. They don't. At times, Angie did a little bit. She did a little bit of modeling for me, but she didn't really love it. All of their friends come over and they have so much interest in what I do, and my kids, none at all, none whatsoever. So, what did she say? I fired my daughter twice. That is really funny. Robin's getting some work done. That's great, Robin. I'm happy to hear that. So tell me how you guys are doing. Let's chat. I feel like I have talked. I mean, I'm going to have to continue to talk since this is my live, but does anyone wash their items? Yeah, let's get some questions going in the comments. I always wash stuff from the bins. The only stuff I don't wash is if it's new with tags, and then I steam it. And I have my zero odor spray that I love, and I spray it and go from there. The chat, someone was concerned that you would ask someone new personally to check on you. Oh, huh. Okay. Did everybody else wash their stuff? I'm washing right now. There you go. So the store that I just shopped at yesterday, the women there, they take the stuff home and they wash it and they press it. They press their stuff before it comes out to the thrift. So that place, I don't. I just hang it. They take better care of their stuff than I do at that thrift store I just went to. It is so well run. Just got here, been cleaning. Hi, Diane. Looks like I missed a lot. I would rather list than go out sourcing. If I had great items coming in, I would list all day. Oh my gosh, Diane, that's amazing. Yeah, listing can be fun. You know what I get caught up on listing? I love researching. I love getting stuff home. I love getting stuff home and just sitting down at my computer. And as I go into Vendu and make my drafts, like I kind of look for stock photos or information or details or whatever. Like that's the rabbit hole. I can have a really good time looking for things when I start researching. I love it. I don't wash new with tag. Yeah, bin stuff. Yes. I've ruined a few things by washing it too, but what are you going to do? Does anyone get ThredUp or Jomar or Goodwill boxes? The only time that I personally have done ThredUp boxes is when Hope wants to do an unboxing with me and do a collaboration. And we've had so much fun. For me, ordering the boxes. Oh, and I did. Oh God, remember B&G Trading? Does anybody do that anymore? They sent me like a box before for free, which was really nice. And I opened it, on camera. And then I won a B&G box from El Ducho a long time ago. Those are the only 2 boxes I received. But I haven't done a ThredUp one in a while. I deleted a listing of mine the other day. Oh, Poshmark deleted a listing. Would you, Linda, share which brand it was that deleted your listing for using a stock photo? The thing that stinks about that is they just take everything. You don't have anything left. It's not like they like just take it down. There's what is the prom dress that I listed in 2019 when this brand Jenny something, I want to say Jenny Kane, but it's not Jenny Kane. But anyways, they took my listing down. Patagonia took a listing. No, the North Face took a listing down off of eBay that I use a stock photo for. I try not to use stock photos on eBay. Oh, Sherry Hill. How did you know it was Sherry Hill? You're right. That's what it was. Oh my God. Keegan's memory frightens me. It was Sherry Hill. Did I talk about it recently? So Lisa's, Keegan said I did a Goodwill Blue Box, never again. I don't use stock photos. Yeah. I do on Poshmark sometimes, only because I feel like I wish it was either no stock photos or people. I feel like people who use stock photos have like an advantage in a sense. So until Poshmark kind of cracks down, I'm just looking and I feel like my makeup, the way that the light is hitting me right now, is under my eyes. You said prom, so I assumed Sherry Hill. You're such a smarty. Rocco's going to prom this year. I got to figure out, he wanted to wear a flamingo suit. He's one of those like crazy people that wants a crazy suit. Stock photos, I just don't use it as my first photo. Lisette, do you do that on Poshmark or on eBay? Sometimes on eBay, I'll do that. I'll kind of bury it in there. Hedi does not use stock photos. I think that's the way to go. Did a couple of jean ThredUp boxes. The first one I got was pretty good. The last time I got a box, I listed 9 items out of a 50-pound box. Like that would just upset me. Even if I were to make my money back, which I feel like everybody makes their money back on these boxes, it would just annoy me that I spent the money and hi, Susan, and all this stuff came in. And then I had to do something. Like I have a problem with excess now. So for me to get a box that I'm only excited about like 10% of it, it's just frustrating. Although it's fun. It's fun to do an unboxing. Would you guys like it if I did more ThredUp unboxing on my main channel? Is that something you guys enjoy watching? Claudia, you just sell shoes? You don't sell clothes? I know you're a big shoe girl. Oh, antiques only. Well, this might be a different Claudia. Order, you think I should? Where do you purchase zero? Oh, zero odor. Yes, I have a, it's in my little, this is like my little box of tricks. Do you guys want to see this is what I keep. This is like my shipping station in back of me. And these are all like my goodies before I ship things out. So this is the zero odor. This is just the baby one. I have the big one downstairs. Zero odor. So you can get it in like a 3-pack. You can get the jug that you can just refill. You can get like the spray one. This looks like Lulu ate it. Lulu, you haven't said hello yet. You have to come say hi. This is the new sweater shaver that I was talking about. Did that video go live yet? Yeah, that was the video that the Babaton, the Aritzia sweater, that sold, by the way. Sold for $50. Like the day after I edited the video. And so that's that. And of course, my lint brush. Other unboxings. There are so many. Okay, I'm missing some here. Lorena says, I personally like the Lost Cargo unboxings. I need to find that. And Thrift Hauls unboxings have stopped me from investing in that type of sourcing. Yes. So many that do unboxings. I like your videos because you show items that are worth sourcing. Okay, that's good to know. Well, thank you, Linda. I just curled it a little bit this morning. I didn't wash it though. I washed it yesterday. I like unboxings, but I never want to buy the boxes after I watch them. That's how I feel. I do. Thank you, Lisette, for sharing that. I do like watching them, but most of the time I'm like, oh, damn, but they are kind of fun. I want to know where I can get the cargo one. That seems like a lot. I feel like my estate sales are my mystery, are my unboxings, because I just never know what I'm going to get in those estate sales. Oh, Quenby, I haven't seen. What does she unbox? Does she do Jomar unboxings, Lisette? I'm not sure. The Grateful Queen is a sweetheart. If you guys don't follow Quenby, she has a great channel. She's great with eBay too. Oh, the espresso machine. Oh my gosh, you guys, the espresso machine that I got. So Jay and I decided that for Valentine's Day, we were going to eat in. My brother sent us like Omaha steaks for Christmas. So we decided to eat in. We did like steak and shrimp for dinner. Actually, Jay made it. I have to give him all the credit. See, Hope did just you know what I haven't been doing? Wait a second. Oh man, you guys, it's been an hour and I haven't done this yet. I'm so bad. Where I show the thing up here. Hope really did just get an incredible ThredUp box of shoes, like Tory Burch. Didn't you? You got some like really big names, didn't you? You'll have to share with us. Hope has fun with them, and I feel like you have some pretty good luck. Oh my gosh, I have not seen this video yet. I have not seen this video with Hustle at Home Mom where Ashley gets like the Canada Goose and Gucci and her husband. Did you guys see the reel that she did with her husband? Like, oh my God, you got what? It was the funniest reel I think I've ever seen. I have to see that video. It's doing amazing too. All right. Oh, this is going fast. Don't tell. It's a surprise. Oh, okay. I won't say anything. Oh, I forgot she hasn't posted that video. Crazy. I mean, that's the fun thing. You could get an amazing one. Muka Express at the Thrift, and my husband took it. Ooh. Am I saying that right? If I ever did a Thrift box, I feel like the men's boxes would be worth it. I think Courtney does a lot of men's boxes. No, I'm not saying anything about Hope's thing. Keegan's trying to figure out what she got in her box. My friend had yellow Rothy's. Yeah, I brought you saw Ashley's video. I haven't watched it yet. I like this one. Mystery boxes are for gamblers. I'm not a gambler. I'm actually not a gambler. Maybe that's why. But they are fun though. They are fun to watch. Maybe I should do one. You know what? They used to have like the designer. Was it the designer bag ones? I never see them anymore. I feel like there was a question that I missed, and now I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. Maybe not. Lorraine, this is sweet. I think she's way cuter than me. Hustle at Home Mom. She's so cute. How does she her business is just insane. And she's got three boys, an infant. And she does Amazon too. I bow to that woman. I bow to her. She's so good. She's so good. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm saving that video. I haven't seen it yet. I have not. All right, guys. Do we want to keep chatting? I'm good. I'm avoiding work by chatting with you all. Do you all have do any of you have YouTube channels that you want to share? Or does anybody if you have a YouTube channel, drop it in the comments for people to watch. Or if you have anything exciting you want to share, I love to see what people are selling. I have something we can play. Go into your phone and see what was your last sale. Post what your last sale was, what you sold, what platform, all that good stuff. I'll share with you what I sold. My last sale was this morning. It was an LL Bean men's airlight knit pullover. Somebody bought it outright for $60. And what else? You know what? I actually have some of the stuff. I had a little arsenal of things in case I ran out of things to say. Okay. So This is what sold. This sold immediately after my video. This sold for $35 with discounted shipping, and I was kind of sad. This hat, this was new with tag, so this is heading out. This is part of a bundle. I got this Lively was the name of this. I think I got this at the Pit. I love finding good bra names. I had this listed for $32. Somebody bought it in a bundle with a pair of prana pants that I cannot find, that I've had for like 3 years. So I need to reach out. I hate when I can't find things in a bundle. It makes me so sad. I know her husband's reactions were ridiculous. They were so much fun. I'm sorry. I am like, okay. Oh, people are sharing their things. Okay. So we have some cowboy boots, Laredo cowboy boots. Is that a good brand? I need to get on the cowboy boot thing. I've had 4 Poshmark sales since you started the live. Geez, Hope, tell us what you sold. Sam sold Nick and Zoe sweater on Poshmark. That is awesome. Hope I got over 100, doubled my subs. Thanks so much. Are you guys following the teen reseller? Keegan is a sassy teen who really knows his stuff. He is awesome. If you guys don't follow Keegan, he recently started a YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check it out and sub to his channel. He finds some great things, and he has a lot. He's wise beyond his years. My last sale was today on eBay, a new with tag free people top. Awesome. That is great. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, we're moving fast. We are moving fast. Good job, Hope. Oh, Mary, you wanted to buy the hat. I got so many comments on that hat. Lisette, my last sale was on Poshmark, a vintage North Face coat. Oh, you messaged this to me. I got from the bins trip. We went to the bins in October. Sold it for $145. Cost of goods that day was $2. Yeah, girl. Yay, Keegan. That's for last sale. Judy Blue jeans for $37. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Judy Blue jeans. Never sourced them. Never found them. $37. That's good. Pre-loved Carhartt jacket on Facebook Marketplace was my last sale. Love it. I love Carhartt. Julie sold a pair of patent leather fry flats for $22 on Mercari. I love hearing all the different platforms too, because I think some of us are like nervous to like go to different platforms. So to hear, I'm still dying to hear the story about maybe that. That's what I forgot to talk about. The espresso machine. That's going to be my next vlog. But the espresso machine that I bought was the Terra Cafe in white. It is awesome. Oh, so the story was we decided not to go to dinner on Valentine's Day. Jay cooked, and we decided to splurge on an espresso machine for each other. So that was like our Valentine's Day gift. We ate in, and we got a bougie ass espresso machine, and it's really nice. It does everything. It grinds. You put the beans in the hopper, you press a button, it froths the milk, it grinds the beans. You can do a double espresso. You can do Americano, latte. You can just do milk. Like if I want to have like a regular milk, we can't part with our regular coffee. We took the air fryer off the counter, and we're replacing it with our old coffee machine just in case we want a pot of coffee. But you can just get your steamed milk, and it's fast and it's quiet. We got the white one. It's so pretty. I'm in love with it. And I am so wired, like very early on in the day. All right. I don't want to miss any of these. My last sale was a pair of American Eagle jeans, and they are actually staying in the same state. Ooh, quick sale going to a neighbor. Poshmark bundle of a Talbot's Tweeds blazer, Hobbs of London print blouse, and a House of Scotland lamb's wool. She said she likes Kate Middleton inspired things. Oh my gosh, that's such a Kate Middleton bundle. I love that. It's a great sale. The last one I sold was a Disney store tee on Mercari this morning. That's awesome. That's impressive. It's a sale. It's moving. Hello, Hope from David. My last sale was yesterday on eBay, and it was a 1993 Travis Tritt die-cast tour bus for $5.99. The buyer paid shipping. Oh, interesting. Die-cast tour bus. That is cool. Ralph Lauren linen blazer for $25 on eBay. Nice. I love that, Hedi. I love selling Ralph Lauren. Love that hat. I know I do love that one too. I'm in a big move, and so my business is frozen for a few months. It's killing me not to work. Oh, I think you messaged me that earlier this week, Susan, didn't you? That stinks. Mother, you'll be back in time, Susan. It's going to go. I know it's hard. I would have a really hard time being away from work. Mother denim on eBay. We'll see if they pay. Isn't it? It blows my mind that eBay doesn't have to pay right away. It's so crazy to me. All right. Janet sold a vintage Mike Benet evening satin gown on Poshmark. Ooh. Do you guys have luck with selling gowns? I have 2 wedding dresses. One is like a vintage one that I never listed. I have had it for 2 years, taken up space in the basement. One I bought with Hope. It was new with tag, beautiful, but I priced it way high because it was like a $4,000 gown. I've lowered it to under $1,000 now. I think I listed it at $2,000. I thought I was going to be able to send it to the Real, but I couldn't. London Fog handbag today. Getting ready to shop. Ooh, I'm jealous. Oh, wait. Nope. Ship. She's going to ship, not shop. Angela sold a pair of Lily Pulitzer Ocean shorts for $35. Yeah, I'm expecting some shorts to start selling now. That's awesome, Angela. New with tag. I want to be Keegan when I come back as a teenager, right? That's so funny. Oh, this is Keegan's YouTube channel. If everybody wants to follow him, that would be amazing. And Neiman Marcus vintage velvet caftan for $100. Ooh, that sounds like I would love it. I love a good caftan. I'm wearing a velvet caftan right now. David said he subscribed. Nice. I got 3 new subs after your live with Keegan. I haven't made a video for almost a year. You guys definitely follow Heidi. She's underutilized in social media. She's so much fun. Heidi, I want you to come on to this live so we can chat and everyone can hear your sexy voice and we can talk about eBay, okay? Okay, this is what Hope sold. Bach boots, Free People skirt, a J. Crew tank, and something else I can't remember. Guess what sold for the most? Do, 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 do. What sold for the most? Don't say the J. Crew tank, just because I know you're a J. Crew girl. And we're going to have to wait on that answer. Women's motorcycle pants. Wow, you guys have done awesome. I don't want to miss anybody. Have your son and his friends do an unboxing. I'd pay to see that. They are a piece of work. My daughter and her friends did one of the B&G unboxings. So we did do that. But the boys, they're just so freaking funny. Somebody said in the comments they should, I don't know if they said do a series, but boys at the bins. Wouldn't that be great? They're going to go back because they got ripped off that day. Lululemon Wonder Under leopard print leggings. Is it Alin or Alin? I want to pronounce that right. J. Crew. I'm guessing J. Crew too. Makes me happy. No pressure. He loves his K-cups. I feel like the Keurigs are too weak for me. Ooh, Julie used to be a barista at Starbucks. Maybe you should come on my channel. We can do espresso drinks with Julie. Julie, let's do that. If you stored your air fryer, how on earth do you make tater tots? We call them tater tots around here, Heidi. Spell Bride wedding gown for $210 was my last sale. It has stains. Fingers crossed they read the description. Ooh, beautiful. Like spell in the gypsy or Spell Bride? Is that like a special line, Tracy? That's a great sale. I wish I could sell formal stuff. Formal stuff does not like me. Free People oversized hoodie. That's my wheelhouse right there, Kelly. Love it. Wowza, Tracy Parks. Yes. Last sale for me was on Poshmark, Canada. Lapis smocked waist tiered boho maxi dress in blue. Ooh, lapis. How do I pronounce that? That sounds beautiful. And I love your little mouse. That is so cute. Hermione, is that like Hermione? Or for the longest time I called what's her name Hermione, like for years. All right. My last sale was a bundle this morning, Nike shorts, Paige jeans, and a Joie top. That's awesome. I love seeing Paige jeans sell. I have a few that I need to move. My last sale was yesterday. Olukai. Oh, you're really challenging me. Paniolo sandals. I know that brand. That's the Hawaii. That's the little, it almost looks like a little horseshoe, like a curvy thing. Those are great sandals. $70. That's a great sale, hon. Good job. Got a new house and a big office. Oh, so when you move in, you're going to have all that, you'll be able to have all that space for your new stuff. Thank you, Lisette. I hate selling gowns for so many reasons. Me too. I struggle. Do you guys follow Amber Resells? She's really good. I think she has a separate Poshmark channel, and she did like all bridesmaid dresses. Oh my gosh, that's a challenge. Best sale I had was an extra large down-filled North Face puffer coat with hood. All right, 60 euros. Look at that. He's got the. All right, let me see if I want to make sure I have everybody here. And we need to hear from, it was the J. Crew tank that sold. So $28 for a J. Crew tank top. Everything else was $25 sale. That's awesome, Hope. You guys all know that Hope loves J. Crew. She'll fight anybody who says to leave it behind. You remember the B&G unboxing? The girls were really fun. One of the girls in that unboxing was Lindsay, who was my first assistant. And I tease her all the time. I'm like, Lindsay, she would show up like 20 minutes late. I loved her so much. We laughed. She's like one of my faves, but she would show up late and we would talk. I'll never, one time I'm like, where's Lindsay? She was supposed to be photographing, and I come upstairs and she's FaceTiming Angelina at Penn State because she took a semester off before she went to college. She took a gap year, and she was FaceTiming my daughter, who was like one of her best friends. I'm like, Lindsay, I don't know if we're going to work. We're a bad combination. Caitlin would put me to shame as far as work goes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I used to own a coffee shop. Reselling is a lot less stressful. I would be stressed making coffee for people. That's why I love my machine. I can just press a button and the rest is history. I love it. I need help. So my barista's here. I need some guidance with how to just take an espresso drink, but make it more like coffee. So I'm not like buzzing on double espresso cappuccinos twice a day. So this is like my fourth shot. So Jay and I, we would typically like make a pot of coffee. Rocco will take a cup of coffee to school. So we kill that first pot like really fast. And then like at 11, we'd make another pot, and we'd probably each have like maybe a cup, not even. And then we end up dumping the rest of it. So I thought, well, maybe now we'll do the pot of coffee and have that kind of as the background. And I'll just make one espresso drink, because if I have so much, I can't sleep at night either. I'm a terrible sleeper. That's a conversation for another day. Remember when we were at the Vendu meetup, the J. Crew? Oh, the one you purchased for $38, J. Crew. I love J. Crew too. I'm not supposed to share this content. I am Poshmark. You know how Poshmark sponsored one of my recent videos? Well, I'm like working with them for a few months, but one part of the contract is to share stories, but they need to be approved. And I share to my stories like all day long, all the time, but they need to be approved. And they want several up front at the beginning of the month, and then you release them throughout the month. But I messaged my contact person and I said, I am so sorry. I am really struggling with this. Like, I've done the videos, no problem. But for me, like, stories I share as they happen. They're spontaneous. Like I'm going live, or look at Lulu Marie, or this just sold. So it's really hard for me to plan content that way. Like, for a creator who, like, I think of content all the time, I've never really thought much about doing content for stories in advance. I even think like a reel would be easy to do in advance, because it doesn't have to be like time sensitive. You can just do it, spend some time creating, and save it. And I messaged my contact person today. I'm like, I am really struggling. I wanted to just show you the story that I sent to Poshmark for approval that I just did before I hopped on this call. But I had asked, like, what are your what's selling for you in your closet lately? And I said how my top selling brands, you guys will see this in a future story, if they approve it. But I said the top 5 brands that have sold in my closet thus far in 2022 have been LL Bean, Levi's, Free People. What was the other one? I'm going to look. It wasn't J. Crew. Let's see, because I looked on Seller Insight to get what my top. So LL Bean, Patagonia. which is funny. They're like Patagonia and LL Bean. I don't really consider myself like an outdoorsy kind of person. I don't like seek those pieces out. I mean, obviously, if I find a good Patagonia, I'm going to grab it. But yeah, those were my top sellers. Free People, LL Bean, Levi's, and Patagonia. As far as brands go, I think they brought in like the most profit or had the most sales. Okay. Your story, Lori, they don't know that. Wait a second. I'm sorry. What am I sharing that they don't know? Get a milk frother to make espresso drinks. Oh, you mean just like as a side? Hi, Mary Lee. How are you? Nice to see you. They don't know that. Oh my gosh, my story. I don't know what you mean by that, Lisette. Okay. I'm so happy that everybody's chatting over here. When are we going to call this? Should we keep chatting? We've been on for an hour and 35 minutes, and I'm having fun because you know what? When I get off this live, I have to finish all those stories for Poshmark and send them over. And then I have to find the prana pants that I can't find, and I have to ship out all these other things. Do you guys want to see what else sold for me today? I'll show you what else sold. Well, not today, but going out today. This is the LL Bean. Oh, now the lighting's getting really bad. How do I do this? This is the time of day when the sun starts coming down. I can never film videos at this time of day. So this LL Bean, this is what sold for $60, full asking. And ironically, right before bed, I woke up to this sale. I didn't even realize it. This is an LL Bean vintage fleece robe for men. And this sold full price. Or did I send offers? No, this was full price too. $45 for this LL Bean piece, $60 for this LL Bean piece. Both red, amazing. So the sale that I went to yesterday, that video will go out tomorrow or Friday. They had a red and white sale. So any item in the thrift store that had either red or white in it was half off. That was like such a fun scavenger hunt for me. So for me, I was like, okay, well, it has to have red or white in it. And it has to be for Depop. Like those were like my my goals for the day, because as a result of Thriftless February, when I go out, I'm trying not to just shop aimlessly. So Depop was my goal. I also got a vintage. Oh, I should get it. I can maybe have a picture of it. I got a vintage cashmere blend Escada long double-breasted blazer. It was gorgeous, but it had some staining on the shoulder. But it's the softest. It's like Tiffany blue. And it's so like Escada is not a brand that sells very well for me. But there was something about that piece. You know, look at Rocky in Costa Rica. Someone sent me that picture of him. Look at the waterfall and back. When do you like to be in Costa Rica right now? Poshmark. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Where else here? Okay, these boots sold. These were Angelina's Bailey boots, suede Bailey boot, UGG. This is when she was like a young teen, and I bought her boots and she wore them for like 2 weeks and grew out of them. These are in really good condition. I had these listed for $90.99 and I took a $75 offer on them. The Bailey boots are nice. They like flip down but yeah, these were Angelina's. And this was in my death pile. This was a Thriftless February listing and sale. It is Madewell linen gingham check, whatever, faux wrap skirt. Really, really cute, but it was wrinkled to hell. So it was like on my death pile hanger, AKA my steamer, for like 2 months. And I kept just like putting something else in front of it, putting something else in front of it. So finally we steamed it. I steamed it. I don't have Caitlin do a lot of steaming because I feel like it's a waste of time. Like I can talk to a friend on FaceTime or whatever and steam. I would rather use her to do measurements and stuff. Where are you? Not sure. I would like to be in Costa Rica. Oh, so sure. So I sure would. Oh my gosh, my God. I am so sorry, Diane. I had a hard time reading that sentence. Yes, Costa Rica would be amazing. I think it's 80 there today. So I listed this for, I think I listed it for 45, and then somebody liked it and I offered $36 with discounted shipping, which would be 20. And then they countered at 30. So I took it. So yeah, those are my sales that are going out today, or at this point will likely go out tomorrow morning, which is okay. I need to pray to St. Anthony to find those damn prana pants. They're so old. But funny enough, I have a pair of Beta brand pants that were in my bin, but not listed. You know how like those sneaky things sneak into your bins every once in a while? So they were in there and they were like a lightweight blue, which is exactly what these prana pants look like. So I'm going to see if the woman would like the Beta brand over the prana, because the Beta brand are actually probably a little bit more valuable than the prana. But anyways, I have to work on that. Yeah, I know. See my question above. Heidi said, ooh, this is like a question. Is top selling brands for you an indicator of what you sell best or find most? That's my puzzle. Good question. Oh, I'm going to put this up there. Is top selling brands for you an indicator of what you sell best or find the most? Because you know I live in the gray area, Heidi. I'm going to say both. Because I find a ton of LL Bean stuff, but I also pass on a ton of LL Bean stuff. I tend to go for outerwear LL Bean. Like I don't like to pick up, I see a lot of like button down LL Bean shirts. Unless it's a guy's like heavy flannel or a shacket, I don't pick up like basic shirts or layering pieces. I don't love to sell pants, but their outerwear I'll always grab. And I particularly think that anything from LL Bean that kind of looks like a knockoff from whatchamacallit, from Patagonia, I think is really nice. And so I will grab that. I will also get like kids stuff from LL Bean as well. But I would say that Levi's is an indicator of what I sell best. Like Free People is a good example of, like, a lot of people say they pass on Free People. I think Free People is my J. Crew for Hope. Like when she talks about how people pass on it, I pick up a lot of Free People. I pass on a lot too. You guys know, like I think I've passed on 4 of the Free People thermals, which used to be the hottest thing. I have a couple sitting in my closet right now, maybe 1. So unless it's a really embellished cuff, you know, they have the really high cuffs that have a lot of embellishment, I'll leave it behind. So I do leave a lot behind, but it also may be what I find as well. What do you think, Heidi? So I'm curious what you find, Heidi, versus like, I think they go hand in hand. I think if you like to sell Free People, you also have some success, or insert brand, doesn't have to be Free People, but you also have some success with it. You'll tend to want to buy it more. Then you have a good selection in your closet, and then you end up selling more of it. And Levi's, I feel like I'm selling because I hit like a little retail arbitrage thing where I bought like probably 10 or 12 pairs of Levi's jeans. And I love selling Levi's. I love just the jeans though. I've had jean jackets. I shouldn't say that. I sold a jean jacket from Orlando that was really awesome. That was lined with like a buffalo plaid. It was awesome. So heavy to bring back in my suitcase, but worth it because it sold for $100. But yeah, Levi's I just think is a good seller. I think men's Levi's sells, just a classic brand. What is everybody else saying over here about that? Oh, Julie, I'm so sorry. That's just the worst. I had to cancel a PM sale because I can't find it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Torrid is my best-selling sell-through rate. Nike, my highest brand, because my husband has a ton of it that I sell for him. That's really interesting. I have a hard time moving Torrid unless it's really unique or I price it low. I feel like Torrid for me gets a ton of likes, but doesn't always move really fast unless it's like a cool graphic or something. Look at what you don't have anymore and has sold a lot. Julie, see, this was another one of my Thriftless February goals, was to do a video on Levi's. I want to do just like, you know, just basic Levi's stuff that would help people when they're sourcing. And I haven't done it yet. This is what happens in February. I always have such great ambition. That's really on my to-do list. I have to do it. I have to do the Levi's video. I think it would be helpful. You can only sell what you can find. I say that for all folks in non-metro areas. Correct. I agree. I say make the best of what you have. I mean, I am not a big like Reformation, Spell and the Gypsy. You know, I don't find a lot of those brands, or I'm not willing to spend up. I look really crazy. Like my chin is just like Jay Leno lit up. I had a few BCBG bodycon tube skirts that's I thought would sit. It's getting so much attention. I thought bodycon was dead. I don't know. The way I see my daughter and her friends go out on a Friday night, I would say not, Lorena. I think that's just like a night out in college. That's what I think. But yeah, maybe it's coming back. I don't know. Bodycon has been dead for me since I was like 19, maybe. I could never do bodycon. I've always had like way too many curves. Oh, Keegan said AG jeans are my J Crew. Hope, don't you love that you're just like, this is like the coin. This is Hope's J Crew. And then Eileen Fisher 1, Chico's 2, Levi's 3. Oh, I love that. I sell a lot of Eileen too, and I know a lot of people who hate Eileen Fisher. I love selling Eileen. Again, certain Eileen. I passed on a ton of Eileen this week. But I sold, my last What Sold video, I had 2 Eileen pieces going out in my sale, in my BOGO sale. So that was good. All right, everybody. I feel like we should probably wind things down. As long as people are talking, I would stay. But I feel like this was a really fun chat. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. I would actually talk longer if the sun wasn't going to be in my face in like 2 seconds. So I suppose I could move. Why don't we move and we'll go see Lulu Marie and then we'll say goodbye. How's that? I'm shutting off all my lights. I'm unplugging from everything and I'm moving. This is where she is. Where is she? Lulu, say hi to your friends. I'll get down here. You want to say hi? Oh, there you are. They've been waiting to see you. So Lulu is on Proin because she wets the bed every night now. I think she really, really, really misses Lucky. Bye, Susan. Thanks for being here. But anyways, it's really nice out. So we should probably get outside before the sun comes down. But I will be back. I'm not sure. So this seemed to be a pretty good day. I mean, I think with the number of people we had in the chat at this hour, this time is really good for me. So maybe we'll do this again next Wednesday, or I'll try to stick to like Wednesday and Thursdays for lives. And then every once in a while, I'll do a night live so I can reach some other people because not everybody can be here during the day. Oh my gosh, Amber's here. Hi, Amber. That was so sweet of you to come say hi. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. I appreciate it, Amber. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I was talking about you earlier, Amber. You guys should all follow Amber on YouTube. She does super analytical videos, and she gives you such great information. I love Amber. Amber's actually going to come on here too as live. People are doing like the Monday sip over on Hope's channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to Hope, you definitely should. But she's doing a Monday sip lives every Monday at 8 p.m. And then, and I know Amber's going to be over there as well. But thank you so much for stopping in, Amber. I appreciate it, honey. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Lulu, say goodbye. She is out. Yes, this room is very warm. Oh, she's being lazy. She's not like this at night. She's like a crazy girl. So yeah, I'll be back next week, and I'm finishing up the espresso. I feel like it's going to be anticlimactic because I've talked about it so much, but I'm going to do that, and I will probably give stats on my weigh-in for Weight Watchers tomorrow. Hopefully I lose a couple pounds, and we can share a little bit of that. So I'll do like a little Weight Watchers update and a coffee maker update, and we'll go from there. Oh, and she said that the Hustle Couple does a work live every night. This is lives all the time. And then Ginger Marvin is doing work with me's on Thursday nights as well. Kathy and Chris are doing a live. So lots of great people to check in. Yes, I can't wait either, Amber. We need to think of some topics. If you guys, before you leave, if you want to help me out and just leave a comment of what you'd like to talk about in future lives, that was really helpful. The questions were really helpful today. And that way I can have something to talk about. Because I always feel bad if I host a live and I'm idle and I'm not like sharing information. So if you guys want to do that before you say goodbye, that would be awesome. And I'll check it out. Thank you all so much for being here. It was awesome to chat with you on this Wednesday afternoon. I have to go work now. And yeah, I loved that you were here. Share with your friends that we have a live here. And yeah, thanks for being here on my new channel. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.